So there it is, the new Coleman Triton Plus 2-burner propane camp stove, 2200 or 22,000 BTUs, 2 burners, auto ignition, knobs on either side instead of under 1 burner. It's kind of the same thing, but it's an improvement over the original one, the Coleman Classic that I've had. I have not unboxed this yet, and the flap's open. I'm a little concerned with what I'm going to find inside, but let's get there.
Living in a van down by the river, singing loud. No times, no change, just the rolling clouds. Freedom tastes real sweet when you know.
So far, so good. And apparently we unpackaged it upside down. Well, there we go. Okay. Definitely a nicer latch than the Classic. It's got the guide, the grate, and the regulator. Everything I expect to be in there. Looks to be complete. I'll finish unpacking the packing material, and we'll get this thing set up. Okay, so we have the Coleman Triton Plus stove out of the box, and we've done an overview of the condition of it as it came out of the box. There's some concerns. Let me show you what they are. The latch is kind of loose. It is nice that the latch folds all the way down. With the Coleman Classic, it sticks straight out, which is really annoying. This kind of folds down, gets out of the way. That's nice. But getting it in secure is a hit or miss proposition. I can live with that. That doesn't bother me that much, other than it just seems a little cheap. But here we are with the bigger problem. Let's open her up. And it's not doing it now. Okay. So these legs, this one, this one, this one, and this one, have corresponding holes in the top housing for which to rest in. It keeps the grate seated. It keeps it from wobbling around. This particular leg doesn't line up with the hole. The other three do. But what it's doing is it's causing the grate to sit up a little high. It's a little hard to tell from the camera. I swear the thing has fixed itself since I opened it before. Let me look at this a little more closely and see if I can figure out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, well, I apparently need to do a size 11-ectomy out of my mouth because it's dropped in since I fiddled with it earlier. This leg is very far to the left on the cover, but it seems to be dropping in just fine now. I couldn't get it to go earlier. So let's set up and see if we can't do that simmer test. Okay, well, I typically start with the right burner, but well, I think I want to start with the left one just to test this out. So we're just going to turn the gas on. We're definitely going. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. I sure can. Very low flame. Okay, I can't tell if this is coming up on camera or not. I might have to come back out and reshoot this at night. There. We're going. So that notch, quarter turn, no gas, half turn. Still hasn't flamed out. There's a breeze going here. You can occasionally see a little. Okay, we're at a quarter turn. Off. Yeah, I do believe this just fixed my my issue with the simmer. This will get it down low enough now. I don't know if it's going to be low enough. Definitely would not recommend cooking on backpacking type cookware in this thing. You're just going to scald everything. There's a reason I got that cast iron and the clad stainless cook set. But yeah, this is a. Let's try the other front burner. There we go. It really wants a lot of gas to get it going. I'm not fond of that. And we've got between a 5 and 10 mile an hour breeze happening here. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to do the trick. So I think this is going to replace the classic cook stove. So from nothing to full on. Well, I don't want to waste the gas, but let's try it. So there's half a turn. There's a full turn, turn and a half, 2 turns, 2 and a half, 3 turns, 3 turns. It's 3 turns full, 360-degree rotations from completely off to full on open. The classic cook stove, the green one, it's a 360-degree turn. So now I know why this thing's a bit more fine controlled. The threads in here have got to be much finer than the one in the classic. So, well, yeah, that should definitely do it. These are also, these burners are, I believe the combined BTU rating is 22,000 BTUs. I know there are stoves out there with 20,000 BTU per burner. What the heck are you going to do with that? That's much hotter than even a residential stove. Typical RV stove is going to be about 7,000 BTUs per burner. This one here will definitely power anything I need it to do. Yeah, I think I found a winner. The light's a little better than my earlier test. The breeze has definitely picked up some. So, here we are with the stove. Okay, we have I don't know if that's showing up there. Even with the breeze and no pot on top of it, we have a very light ring of flame. Okay, it's about that was my doing. That would be an exceptionally low simmer. So we're going to go with this knob here. So we're at about a quarter turn of the knob to where it flames out. Half turn. Quarter turn. We're still lit. Can you see that? Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got a good simmer going there. Left burner. Right burner. Holds a nice, steady. Now this will rotate. Each of these control knobs rotates 3 times. So 360, 720, whatever. You know, it's 3 full rotations, and it'll get down to just under a quarter turn simmer. That's way lower than you're going to get on a residential stove. So, yeah, problem solved. Okay, verdict time. Is it perfect? No. But does it solve the problem? Absolutely. I know there's lots of videos out there that show me how to fix the issue with the Coleman Classic. But the Coleman Classic came out of the box as a problem. This thing came out of the box without the simmer issue. So I think we're good. Am I going to get rid of the Coleman Classic? Probably not. I'll probably go ahead and do the simmer fix on the Coleman Classic, which just involves taking the valves apart, cleaning the valves themselves, cleaning the old super thick lubricant out of them, clean the valve bores out, and then relube the valve seals with some silicone grease. You don't want petroleum-based grease. You don't want to deteriorate those seals. And then put it back together. I'll do that. I'll check that it's sealed properly. And if I get no gas leaks, we'll keep that thing in production. I was aiming to be able to have, just like at home, you have 4 burners. I wanted 4 burners on the go. This gives me 4 burners on the go. So 2 2-burner stoves that allows me to do a full spread. So hopefully that makes sense. That way, you know, I can put the griddle on, I can put on coffee, we can do it all at the same time and not have to, you know, finish one thing up and start the other. So, all right, there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you can still get a Coleman Classic propane for what I paid for mine, which was about $60, they're no longer offered new like that. Mine's old now, but if you can find one secondhand in good shape for about $50 or $60, pick it up, clean it up, you'll have a great stove. But if not, the Triton Plus, now the Plus variant is the one that has the piezo igniter. The standard Triton is just a standard light. You got to use a match to light it off kind of thing. And my neighbors are driving through, so sorry about that. That's what I get for living in the suburbs. But yeah, this is definitely well worth it investment. It's got a little higher heat output than the Classic. I never get anywhere near, even when using the oven, I never get anywhere near the top. But hey, we've got some room to go. So, all right, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please be sure that you click like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and share my video with your friends and family. Please be sure you go back and check out the older videos in the archive. There's some great stuff in there that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And if you'd like to support my work, please be sure to visit us at wildersportoutdoors.com and buy some merch. There's some great stuff there, and it'll go a long ways to help us out. All right, that's it. That's the video for today. Stick with us, and you'll catch the next one. And like I always tell you, get out there, be productive, be safe, but most of all, be blessed. I'll talk to you later.
But here by the river, I feel like